Can you answer these questions? Example 1. What part of the shape has been shaded? Write your answer as a fraction. First we count how many equal parts the whole amount is broken up into, which is 10 equal parts. This is the denominator. Next, the numerator is how many shaded pieces. Counting, we get 7 shaded parts, giving us a fraction 7/10. In example B, write your answer as a decimal. Firstly, the whole amount is less than 1. So we start with 0, then the decimal point. Next, since this is a fraction with denominator out of 10, the decimal has 1 decimal place. And the numerator details the digit after the decimal point, giving us a decimal 0.7. Example 2. Convert each decimal to a simplified fraction. In example A, we count the number of decimal places, in this case 2 decimal places, which translates to a fraction with denominator 100. Then the value after the decimal point is the numerator, giving us a fraction 3 out of 100. In example B, we count the number of decimal places, in this case 3 decimal places, which translates to a fraction with denominator 1000. Then the value after the decimal point is the numerator, giving us a fraction 122 out of 1000. Next, simplifying by dividing top and bottom by 2, the common factor, simplifies down to 61 out of 500. In example C, the decimal is a value greater than 1, so we write this as a mixed numeral. The number of whole amounts is 1. Now writing the proper fraction, counting the decimal places, in this case 2 decimal places, which again translates to a fraction with denominator 100. Then the value after the decimal point is the numerator, giving us a fraction 55 out of 100. Simplifying, we get a mixed numeral 1 and 11 out of 20. In this video, we go over the skill of simplifying fractions. If you need to refresh your knowledge of this skill, I'll leave a link to my video in the description. Example 3. Convert each fraction to a decimal. In example A, firstly the whole amount is less than 1. So we start with 0, then the decimal point. Then a denominator 100 tells us that this decimal has 2 decimal places. The numerator is the digits after the decimal point, giving us a decimal 0.24. In example B, firstly the 4 represents 4 whole amounts, and then we add the decimal point. A denominator 10 tells us that this decimal has 1 decimal place. The numerator is the digit after the decimal point, giving us a decimal 4.1. In example C, thousandths means a fraction out of 1,000, and the numerator details how many we have, which is 7. So our fraction is 7 out of 1,000. You now know how to answer exam style questions. However, the next lesson is adding and subtracting decimals. Watch this next video to get the best visual demonstration of this skill.